Good morning and welcome to Leap to Lead Day 18. So we've been talking a lot about building this list of 100 and how we can really get outside of our circle and think outside of the box. So we're going to finish up that list today with letters T through Z, and then we're going to talk a little bit about how to drive people to your website with a few more ideas to tack on to some of the ones that we've talked about before. So first, let's go through our letters T through Z. So again, what you're going to do is you're going to listen to these ideas, and as I'm writing them down, you can pause, you can do whatever you need to do, and jot down anybody that comes to mind. Maybe they're not that exact thing, but maybe it jogs your memory of somebody that you haven't thought of before that you can write down. Okay, so T, tailor. I would also think of a dry cleaner, or anybody that you've had in the different places that you've lived, someone that in your neighborhood that has posted that they do alterations or tailoring. You've never talked to them before, but they still count. So anybody like that. So really dig deep when you're thinking about each of these words. Next is a talented person, a teacher, a teacher's aide, a therapist, a tennis coach, a thrift store worker, a traveler, a tradesperson, Twitter friends, you, university classmates, an uncle, V, a veterinarian, your VIP hostesses or VIP members, anybody that's in your VIP group. They should already be on your list anyway, but just to make sure, anybody that is in that VIP group of yours. Volunteers, vacation friends, vacation home neighbors. Maybe you don't have a vacation home. I don't know many of us that do, but maybe again that jogs your memory. Maybe it makes you think of someone who does have a vacation home, or somebody that is in the travel industry who books people's vacation home, or somebody in real estate. Next is W. Do you know any waitresses? What about a wax tech? Do you know any walkers, and that could be mall walkers or dog walkers? What about your wedding planner, or anybody that is in the wedding planning industry? Any wives that you might know that might be your co-workers' wives, or your husbands or your spouses or your best friend's co-worker wives? What about your wedding guest list? Have you gone back and looked at that? Anybody in weight loss, so anybody that that is losing weight, or that's in the weight loss industry, or that is in a weight loss support group, or anybody that is struggling in that area that has been posting a lot about it. So anybody that fits in that weight loss genre. Next is X-ray tech. Y, somebody that's youthful. Yoga classmate, or someone who loves yoga, or someone that that does yoga. Next is zoo worker. So that completes our list of 100. And we've gone over those, I think, in 3 different videos now. And so hopefully that has really helped you just get outside of your current circles and expand that list of 100 so that you have a lot of people to pull from to be able to book parties and eventually turn into consultants on your team as well. Okay, so next we're going to talk about sort of building your 500 PRV and some ways that we can do that, because we know that's the first step to becoming a lead. Is you need that 500 PRV, and it needs to be very consistent month after month, and you don't ever need to worry about that element of it. That should just be a done deal. Everything else is the stuff that you're watching, you're tracking. Your 500 should be a done deal for you. So you should really work on front loading your calendar, if you don't already do that, so that you're not struggling at the very end of the month getting that last bit in. So you don't ever want to purchase your own stuff if you can get away from it, right? So try to front load so that if a party does go bad, you still have time to book another party. So a lot of these ideas are from Mary Christensen's Be a Party Plan Superstar. If you haven't read any of her books, she's absolutely fantastic. Whenever I was a star, I got to do a training program with Mary, and she is amazing. And her ideas they sound almost basic sometimes, but we've got to get back to the basics. That's what works in this business. This business is not hard. We have to work hard in this business, but it is super simple. So follow these simple steps. So if you do happen to have that book, we are pulling a couple ideas here from page 188. Okay, so we talked a little bit about making sure that you label everything that goes out the door so that it has your website on it. Okay, so we've talked about that one. So let's talk about a couple other ways to get people to your website ordering without you having to ask them to. One is you can have a customer of the month lucky draw. Again, this is something you can't put on social because it's a personal special, but you can say something like, if you order between this point and this point, whatever you want to say, and you buy anything at all, your name goes in a hat to win something. And whatever that is, it could be something that you already have in stock or something that you order in. I always like to do whatever it is I have in stock because then I can just mail it and it's already done. I don't have to wait for anything to come in. I don't have to pay for extra shipping or whatnot. But if you have a party going in, then you could do whatever that you wanted to do there. The idea here is that, you're really driving that sense of urgency, giving them that certain time period to order between. Number 2 is you can post mystery prizes. So your mystery prizes could be something where you send clues. So the mystery prizes could be something where you do send clues to them. You could say, you could do any kind of thing. If you go to my website and buy, you'll be entered in to win this mystery prize. Next is you can go to your own PWS, press shop, and then you can click on the bottom of it. Here you go. You can click on the bottom and it will have the Twitter link and a Facebook link, social media icons. You can click on it and that's going to automatically post it with whatever you wanted to say. It's going to automatically link it to your social account. So then you can post it. And the great thing is that when you do that, it automatically links them back to that specific product on your website. So you don't have to worry about sending them to the wrong spot or not having a link that automatically does it for you. It's a really super cool and pretty new option. Number 4 is you can play fun scavenger hunt games. So this might not necessarily drive sales unless you add another element to it, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. But what you could do is say something like, hey, the first person who can find the notes of apricot vanilla or whatever, I'm just making up something, wins or is in a drawing or whatever you want to do. The great thing about this business, you can do whatever it is that you want to do that works for you, that you think will work for your customers the best, whatever that they respond to. And so have a scavenger hunt. Tell them to find any product in the clean line if you really want to get people to know about other products besides just wax and warmers. If you have a lot of customers that love the washer whiffs, but you want them to get that new full cycle thought process, then tell them to find out, a feature and benefit of, say, a laundry liquid. So anything like that, do a scavenger hunt. You could also do, we've talked a lot about the bingo parties, and they're kind of hot right now. So you could do a bingo party that's also a scavenger hunt. So for example, you might say when you do bingo, you might have a few wild bingos and say, okay, I just drew, and the first person who finds a cleaning product or something in the kids line and posts it in the comments is going to get a free spot on their bingo card. So you can do something like that to sort of utilize that scavenger hunt idea that gets people seeing and looking at your website and understanding that there is cleaning products, and then they're actually looking at them on the website. So it's a really good way to get them to your website. Another thing is that you can do a mystery hostess party. So if you don't know what that is, then everybody who orders goes into a party, and then one of those people actually win all of the hostess rewards, which is really super cool. It's a really great incentive, and a lot of people like buying from those mystery hostess parties just because they love the idea of winning something. And I mean, bare minimum, they're going to win $20 in free stuff and a couple or one half off item, too, if you give them the perpetual. So those mystery hostess parties are really, really fantastic. Okay, so those were just a few ideas. This is a short video, but one last thing we wanted to leave with you is that if you're having problems feeling like you can get somebody committing to like a home party or even a Facebook party, something you can do, it's really super simple to do that. That's really super simple is you can have a girl bring her girlfriends to, say, Starbucks, for example, and that can be on their lunch break right after work, or it can be like 8:15 at night after the kids are in bed, and you can have coffee and scents. And what I like about this one is that it kind of puts you in a different clientele. So I think this would really work for somebody like a nurse. Like, hey, bring your friends over on lunch break, and you can have some coffee or your coffee break or whatever, and we'll smell some scents, and you can take a few orders right then and there. You could do that in a happy hour. Maybe you do it margaritas and scents, and you do it right after work is done. Co-worker's really great. They're already just tight knit. They go through the stress of the job together. After work is really nice time to do it because they're kind of having that de-stressing time. So something like margaritas or chips and salsa and margaritas is a really cool option for doing something like this. Plus it's super fun because then you're in with their friends, and you're getting that one-on-one time with them and kind of connecting with them as people too. So that's another really good idea. So that's all we have for you today. So that is, again, building your list of 100 and helping you drive people to your website without you having to tell them to learn a little bit more about the products, which will help build that 500 PRV. So hope you have a great day. If you book some parties, if you try any of these ideas, just let us know in the comments. You don't have any specific homework today, but we'd love to know how you're doing in this arena. If you thought of anybody interesting in that list of 100, or if one of these ideas you tried and it really worked for you to get somebody to your website and to order, we want to know about it. So just share with us in the comments. We hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.